things to let you know how this is gonna go down. We're gonna start left to right, so we'll start with our parents first and make our way down, and that's how we'll move through every reason. Okay, a couple of things that you wanna learn from first hour. There was no made mention of where they got their research from. So they would say research says, but if you're actually going to make a case and you wanna sound credible, you wanna actually cite that resource. So, according to the State Board of Education, or according to the, Illinois Board of Parent Association, right? So you wanna make sure you know your research and know those names. The second thing is no one made mention of their expert. No one included the voices of their other experts that they reached out to. So if you actually have data from an expert, then you need to make sure that you wedge that into your discussion today, and whatever reason that fits and that's appropriate. Okay, we're gonna go through 5 reasons. Some of you have all 5 reasons, some of you don't. So, and that's perfectly fine. We're just gonna go until we hear everybody's viewpoints. On a personal level, many of you are ready to just throw Snow White in jail and eat the key because you were so overly opinionated on that question. Today is not a day for your personal opinion. Today is a day for listening. Okay, I have to be able to tell you that this is a concept that adults often struggle with too. We're so quick to jump to our opinions that we never give opportunities to listen to other perspectives. So I want to commend you for what you're doing, because what you're doing is really higher order thinking.
Thank you.
And that adults have a hard time doing this. So what you're doing is huge. Don't sell yourself short on the rich, critical things that you're doing today. Okay? So what I want you to do, I want you to introduce yourself, and I want you to say who you represent, and then I want you to give your reason and justify that reason. Does that make sense? And then we're just gonna go and then when we're done, we're down to Caitlin, then we switch. If there's switching. Do I have any questions before we get started?
So we only say on.
Everybody's gonna do reason 1, right? And then we'll switch. Reason, like we would do in a Socratic with questions. We're gonna do that. Sound good? Okay. All right, Lauren, we'll let you go first, okay?
Okay, I'm Lauren, I'm representing the parent yes. Our first reason was it does damage to the brain.
Yeah, speak up, because we can't hear you.
So, according to, a project from Harvard, the grades 3 to 8 have an average of 15 to 16 hours of testing yearly. And, there's no like study material for the test, so how are they supposed to know what they're supposed to do? The project from Harvard also said that an average, with grades 3 to 8 take 10 exams yearly, like standardized tests, 10 yearly, and that's not, that's way too much.
Okay?
Well, I'm representing Parent Mel, and our first reason was it tells me like what the teachers are understanding, because based on the kids' scores, like if the teachers weren't understanding well, they'd probably be lower because they wouldn't know the stuff like they were supposed to be testing on the standardized test. So that's what our first reason. And according to Outcome Journal, there's tests in like, it said 61% of parents think that the teacher should, it helps struggling teachers. So I think that it would help struggling teachers in that it identifies like, so it identifies areas that they are struggling in teaching their kids.
I'm representing the State Board of Education.
Speak up, please.
Our first reason was that that it helps them learn more about what they need to know. And a good learner is someone who listens carefully
teacher that thinks that this does do more harm than good. And, because, for standardized testing, it puts a huge amount of stress on the students and on the teachers because they want to get the students prepared for all this. But in turn, that might stress them out just because the teachers want to get higher scores because they're rated on the standardized testing, which that makes it so that then they put more pressure on the kids, which gets them stressed out, which is they don't want that to happen in the classroom, but it does happen because of the scores. And I found this because of it was a research from Columbia University.
I'm Maddie. I represent a teacher that thinks that standardized tests do not do more harm than good. And one reason about this, so James talked about stress the students endure. The practice exams are taken before the test. So when practice exams are taken, it allows students to know what they need to improve in, and it helps boost their confidence for the real test in the future. I also talked to Mrs. Bremer as my expert, and she said that students need to learn how to take important tests for their future because knowing how to take a test and doing well on a test is necessary to get into college, to get a job. If you're looking to get into the military, you have to know how to do that as well. So it's important that test taking skills are taught.
I'm Ariana. I represent business. The reason why we like standardized testing is because private companies profit from standardized testing. The process costed an estimated $1.7 million on grading in 2016.
My name is Ian, and I believe that standardized testing does more harm than good. One of the reasons is because of stress. Kids spend too much time preparing for them, and if you get a low score on it, it can create labels in the classroom, and no kids want to be called stupid because they get a low math score or something like that. And anxiety has been proven to be on the rise, and these tests are stressful.
I'm Caitlin, and I'm representing colleges. So colleges look at your SAT and ACT scores, and that can help determine where you go and where you're going to go college-wise. And colleges look for the 75th percentile and up, and also to look helping you see if you're ready to attend college. And then most colleges require you to have at least an SAT or ACT scores. And I got the information from college. And then so we got an ISU minister, and we got our information from, and they said they would require our domestic undergraduate students to have taken either the ACT or SAT for admission to the university. So this shows you that they are very important and that you need to have them so you can get into college and have the university life.
Okay, let's switch reasons. Reason number 2.
I sat on a stool.
We good? Nope. Alright, how are we doing in the audience? Everybody understand how we're doing this now? Like how you're jotting some things down?
I forgot to bring this up there, so I didn't write anything.
I did too.
Well, but your other people did, right? I wouldn't expect you to do the writing if you're speaking. College, you okay? Alright. Alright, parent yes? Reason number 2.
My name is Sophie. I'm representing Parent Yes. One of my reasons is that tests stress out kids, and that's not good for anyone. Studies show that it can cause anxiety that can actually plague students for their entire lives. And one of their
nonverbal cues can show that they're very stressed out and that the anxiety is starting to show. It can range from anywhere from like stomach aches, wanting to leave the room to go to the bathroom during a test, these small nonverbal cues. I also talked to some quote-unquote experts. I talked to various parents that do think the standardized testing is not good for their kids. And they all said that they hate preparing like the night before for a test because it's really stressful for them to make sure they're eating good, that they have to go to bed, and the kid sometimes is like really scared to take the test, and it's just not a good experience.
My name is Evan, and I'm supporting Parent No, and, according to worklife.columbia.edu is, it says that it's giving, well, reason two is that it gives kids more education, and it says that it's like teaching kids the new things that they aren't able to learn in class. So if there's new things on the test that they don't know, they can maybe work through that and they'll find out by themselves how to, like, power through that and learn new stuff through a test.
Continuing on representing the State Board of Education, all we can say is that it improves student achievement. And 94% of studies on student testing, including the use of large-scale and high-stakes standardized tests, found a positive effect on student achievement. So they're learning more as they take tests and as they improve their skills on what they're taking the test on.
So I'm James, I'm supporting Parent Test again, and, our second reason is that tests, it's not the way that students should learn. Our expert responder, she said that, the standardized tests that students take, they're against the way that learning should be. They're just, you learn the material and then you take the test, but you're not trying to grow with it. You're just getting it done and just wanting to be done with it. And if you just do tests like that forever, then when you get out of school, it's not gonna help you in the real world, because it's not just a test every time.
I'm Maddie. I'm representing teachers against standardized, or teachers for standardized testing again. Reason two is standardized tests help build a foundation of what students already know. So when students take the standardized tests, their results can be compared through districts, schools, and states to understand where students are at certain grade levels. And this is important so that teachers in the future will know what they need to teach and what students already know. This research was through Columbia University.
I'm Harrison, first grade in the team, take tests to qualify for certain jobs, so they put a lot of stress on you. According to dole.gov, the employee must compensate on a salary weekly basis, so you need to take tests to like tell you what job you need to be put in, what job fits you.
I'm Connor, I'm representing students, and our second reason is unconventional questions. So the questions on the test, you may not have gotten a chance to cover in your classroom, so you wouldn't know the answer, so the thing that it's asking is completely random to you, that can cause a lot of bad things. And, this test punishes people who don't think standardly, so if you're one of those people that
Big change, reason 3. Yeah. So do you guys stop at 3 or 4 or something? That's fine. Then it would just be a blank seat up there. Harrison, I was really confused. What was your reason for job placement? You didn't take the test? Okay. Okay. Okay, reason 3.
Representing for parents against standardized testing. Reason is, standardized testing are meant to be like one, and they think it's too inaccurate, and standardized tests are meant to be like one size fits all clothing, which in reality it's not, because the kids might learn differently, but the test makes it so you have to like learn one specific way. Which I got this information from hfcd.org.
So, I'm parents out, and, our third reason is, it tests the knowledge of like what they've learned. Like, when we get like our math test back, it tells us like what areas that we are high in and what areas we are low in. And like, if they didn't take the test, like, you wouldn't know like what to help us kids with. Like, it would be kind of just like, they'd just be struggling, and then you wouldn't know what to help them with or what they don't understand. That's why we think that the standardized tests are good.
I'm supporting standardized education. The purpose of standardized testing is to make sure teachers teach the right thing, and to also make sure students are improving their resident test scores instead of failure test scores.
Okay, so I'm supporting Teacher Yes again, and for standardized tests, and my reason is it's for student scoring. It's not quite fair for them, because this standardized testing, it only evaluates the performance that they had that one time, because that might have been their off day, or they might just not have been feeling so well that day, so they might not have performed better. It does not show their overall growth, which is not good for them, because then they have their score, and they can't change that just because they had an off day.
I'm also representing teacher no. And my reason is it reflects what students need more help in. The Cambridge Education website said that it drives curriculum to fill the individual or classroom skill gaps. And Columbia website said that testing is accompanied by a set of standards and framework, and it provides comparisons between subgroups in developed programs.
I'm running after businesses. And, when you go to like apply for a job, we'll look at your like college scores when you take tests to see if you have enough like knowledge about that one subject, or like if you have skill and knowledge to get into that job or not. So, what matters?
I'm Connor Reaver, and I'm for students saying it's harmful. And our third reason is that basically it's boring. Actually, that kind of seems kind of ridiculous, but if you're boring, it's just kind of logical to think that you're unmotivated for the test. And I mean, if you're unmotivated, now obviously you're not going to do very good on it, because you're just going to try and get through it as quickly as you can. It's just all adds up to kind of logic.
I'm Caitlin, I'm supporting colleges. So the reason is to help them get into college. And by taking the test, it lets colleges find you. And it can also award you scholarships. And it also determines like what classes you'll be placed in. The
Okay, before you switch, let me kind of jump in here, which I'm going against my rules. And Connor, I'm gonna point this out just because I'm really glad that you made this mistake, okay? So awesome that you failed today, because we're gonna learn from it. So Connor's point says, we're against it because we're bored. It's boring. Well, who says common logic? Does that hold credible in a conversation like this? Why are we saying no?
Because everyone has different common logic.
Sure, that can be subjective, right? That's interpreted different ways. Can we at least hold him credible if he has research to support like what boredom looks like, right? What does research say about boredom? Could he have gone that way instead? Yes. Okay, so be really careful about saying things like it's just common logic, because that's an opinion statement, right? That we say that because we're assuming everybody thinks like that, but that's not the case, because we've got 8 other voices up here that say differently than common logic. Okay, so Connor, I'm really happy that you did that, so it gives me an opportunity to talk about it. Okay,
Thanks, Connor.
let's go to reason 4. Now, some of you may not have additional reasons, right? And that's fine. I wanna hear reason 4, and then I wanna hear reason 5 for those that have it. Nope. Hey, Google. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay. Teacher, yes. And student, colleges, no. Students. Okay. Teacher, yes. Okay, teacher, yes.
Okay, so our 4th reason was that the teachers, they get rated on these. So since the teachers are rated on all these, they want to get good scores. So if they do get lower scores, then they basically take away from any of the students' free time, where they could like hang out or do other things other than just do academic things. They would have to cancel some of those just so then they could get their scores up, because since they're rated, they want to be higher rated than different other teachers. So if there's too low, they will take away from students' free time, which is never good for them.
I'm Kara, I'm supporting students, and studies show that students need help in order to learn. There are 4 ways. The first way is affirming that they're doing well. The second way is correcting and directing, meaning that they need to be corrected so they can be directed towards the way that they should be going, so that they can learn from that. The third way is pointing out the progress, showing like what they're doing well in and what they're not doing well in. And the 4th way is coaching the students and critiquing their own efforts. And testing doesn't allow these things, so the students like aren't learning the way that they need to. So basically, whenever you're doing something, it's just going in one ear and out the other. So the way that these tests are set up is showing, like, giving like ways. We need these ways so that we can like learn the correct way. So.
Okay, let's do reason 5. Does anybody have any reason 5? No. Okay. Alright, so let's go to that part 4 where we asked questions on different perspectives yesterday. And let's have one person from... Yeah, you can do that. And let's do